everybody, it's Shasta here, and welcome to my very first interview with none other than NIIC The Dog, Singing Dog. Blech. So first off, I want to thank you for being my first guest, and first can I say,
Yes!
I am a huge fan of your music. I listen to it all the time.
That's awesome! Thank you so much! That's so awesome! Yes!
Not joking, I actually blast it in my car all the time. I've actually had some people ask me, what are you listening to?
Excellent!
I'm like, I'm listening to the god of music. That's what I'm listening to.
Oh, that's so nice of you! Thank you! That's awesome!
You're welcome. So, basically what I'm gonna do is just ask you questions. I mean, if you don't want to answer them, you can just let me know if you don't want to answer them. I'm not gonna push, but,
No, I will answer all of them. I want to answer all of them.
But the biggest question I have is, what got you into music?
That's like a twofold question. I think what you also want to ask me is what got me into doing nice for music, because I will answer that also. So what got me into music in general was like when I was a kid, I always just liked, I don't know, I like songs. Like I like songs to the point where I was like, I really want to make songs. Like these are so cool and the way they make me feel are cool. And I was so intrigued like how songs sounded the way they sounded. I don't know. It's just the emotions I got. When I was a kid, like my hugest inspiration, I've said this before to people, was Britney Spears. I know that sounds really weird and like corny, but like I always, not that I wanted to be a pop star, but like she was so cool and she had all this music and was like doing all these things and had the music videos and I was like, I want to be that. Like I not even want to be that. I just loved her. I loved the whole
I can
thing.
see that. When I listen to your music, I think of Britney Spears and Madonna.
That's awesome, yeah! And a lot of my biggest inspirations for music have actually been Kesha, who I'm pretty sure she was one of the songwriters for Britney. Like she's written a lot of stuff before she did her own debut thing as being a performing artist. She was actually like a songwriter for a ton of artists. So Kesha's actually the lot of the person behind all of my, especially my Unleashed album and all that stuff. My big inspiration. So that's like 1 degree away from Britney.
That's a really good
basically.
album.
But how I got into doing, yeah, it is really good. Thank you so much. I feel like I really, really worked my butt off on it, and I'm so happy that people appreciate it. And that was a weird time for me. But that time was when I started doing music with NIIC, and I did because I graduated from UArts. If anyone knows University of the Arts, they actually just closed this year, which I'm really bummed about. But they're in Philly. They were art school in Philly. We all went there. I hung out with El King and a lot of dope people. Also too, and I met a lot of crazy people there. It was a very fun time. But I graduated. I went up to New York City. My composer teacher, who was like my mentor, was like, "You can either go to the West Coast and do film and stuff, or you can go up to New York." And I mean, you pick one, Kyle. My name's Kyle. And he's like, you pick one, Kyle. But those are your only 2 options. I was like, I'll do New York because it's like on this side. And it was so fun, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was an intern for music houses. It was cool. I was like working with musicians. But I was behind the board, and I was doing little things. I wasn't doing what I wanted to do, songwriting. I felt really like I was working at restaurants, like 2 different restaurants. And then I was getting yelled at because one was like, you need to work more and not, and not be all like tired and work 2 jobs. Whole drama. Didn't know where my life was going. Then I found furries. I was like, what is this? What is this? You could be like an animal? And I wrote musical theater at UArts. Like I was a composer. I went for composing. And I worked with a lot of the musical theater people. I loved musicals, characters, and singing. And I was like, this is it. I'm going to find a way to do furry, and I'm going to do music. And then I thought about Kesha and Britney and all the vibes. And I was like, I could like try to make like a pop artist person in this. And so I started doing digging on furries, and then here we are. 10 years later? 11 years later?
No, I think 11 for you, because I think your Unleashed album came out like 10 years ago, if I remember, because Pause to the Wall, which is like your number one, it's just your number one song on your YouTube channel. It's got like 700,000 views. And
isn't that crazy? That's wild to me. I didn't think
people have good taste. That's all I gotta say. People have really good taste. And I'm the type of person,
awesome.
I don't know what
so
it is
crazy.
about me, but whenever I hear a really good song, I get goosebumps and chills. And it's like a really nice feeling. And every single one of your songs I listen to gives me that feeling.
That's awesome! I'm so happy to hear it. That's so freaking cool. Yeah.
What would you say is like the best song you've ever worked on or composed yourself?
I hate all my songs equally by how I've had to write them. They've always been done in chaos. So my favorite song that I've worked on doesn't exist. I hate them all with such a passion. It's taken me like 2 years after the song's done, Shasta, to actually listen to them again. I'm like, I don't want to deal with this song anymore. It goes over there. I'm so over it. But I have a lot of fun working on them, and equally a lot of frustration working on them. It's just a lot to put together, but always rewarding. But there's always like all right, I'm done with summer camp. Goodbye. But for a song that I think is like one that I resonate with the most, Spartacus Cheetah commissioned me to do Temple of the Sun. I also do song commissions, and I actually have an album called Doghouse Tracks, which is just like basically all song commissions. I was like, it's so awesome how many people like wanted a song, and Temple of the Sun was one of them, because Spartacus was like, just make like a motivational furry song. He was so cool. He was like, just make a motivational song for the fandom. But that one is like kind of like a weird off the beat path song. I'm not really sure if a lot of people listen to it, but that is my favorite song because it's very scary how like the lyrics like age really well in my life over time. I kind of wrote them like willy-nilly, and every year I get older they slap harder. They're like so much more real. It's like I predicted my life like in the past. It's creepy. That's probably my favorite song now.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard that song. I'd have to take a listen to it, because I've listened to the ones that have like I listen to the more upbeat songs that you have, like, because they get me full of energy, and that's what I really love about a song. It's like, once they give you lots of energy and once you just keep listening to it.
Yeah. If I can change my answer to one that's more conventional of mine, Howl at the Moon is probably one of my more conventional favorites from Beast. If we're talking about my favorite song from Unleashed, it's absolutely Unleashed in general. That song is literally the origin story of like how I moved up to New York, didn't know jack crap about what I was doing, and then I was like, I'm just gonna do nice. Like it's the origin song. That's a spicy one for me.
Damn, I always wondered what
it would be Unleashed.
About.
Yeah,
it's
about I'm trying to move forward and I can't. Yeah. Then I was like, I'm just gonna do nice and screw it. So that's why Unleashed is probably my favorite.
So how did you come up with the name Nice? Because that's a very interesting name, like NIIC.
I was Shasta. I was so drunk. I was like, I found out about furries, and that was the time when everyone had a 4-letter name. It was Zane. Oh, hello. It was Zane. It was Zed. There was Pink. Everyone was like, I was like, okay. All I know is like, I tried to like, not that I was trying to be robotic about Nice, but I just was very like. I used to always be so emotional, and this time I wasn't going to be emotional. None of my ideas worked before, but this one was going to, because I was going to research, and I was going to do things like put my creativity in, but use like knowledge. And so I was like, what are all the artists? They're all like DJs, and they're all Zed and Zane and all that stuff. So I was like, let's do Nice. I based him actually. This is like a real dog. Like this dog was named Nikki Green, actually, which is really creepy. My mom adopted a husky from their neighbor, the Greens. So that's some creepy stuff. Is that he's also green, and he was a husky, and he was a psycho, and he was an attention whore, and he was wild. But so I was like, well, I'm making like Nikki, but like. It's gotta be the 4-letter name. So I was like, let's just do Nice, because Nice has like a slap harder name. This is all while I'm drinking like a ton of beer, by the way. I was like, oh, okay. So really it was like, oh, let's just put like Nice. It'll be like a DJ thing, and then bam. And then I didn't really know what he looked like. I didn't know how. Everyone ended up drawing Nice. Like, oh, cheat. I mean, like even this is like Julia Winterpaul is the avatar-based creator. Like Rory made the whole textures. Like everyone. Through this whole process has been like the creators behind Nice. Like I really have only just been like the person operating the thing, or you know, when the thing wants to stay on me, stay. I'm gonna push it down. There we go. But yeah, just a really weird, out of the way of making the name Nice. And everyone just calls him Nick, which actually isn't a big deal for me, because like one, I mean, I did no favors by spelling it NIIC. Like that could be anything. That could literally be anything. But also too, I mean, he's really based off of Nikki, so. Yeah, Nick is not the weirdest thing to call him.
I used to call you Nick, and then I realized, oh wait, no, it's spelled Nice. Which
I answer to Nick, like I have friends in VR, yeah.
Which, you know what, I'm gonna just say this right now. My real name is Nick, so I got confused because sometimes said Nick, and I was like, wait, what?
I'm sorry. You're like, I'm so confused.
Yeah, I answer to Shasta or Nick, but a lot of people call me Shasta. I'm only called Nick at work.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so funny. I have friends here that are called Nick, and then like I'll like look because I'm just so used to being called Nick that it's like just one of the words I respond to. But it's like totally like your friend, like Nick or Nikki or something. I'm like, oh crap, it's not me.
Oh, and now you know too, Winterpaw, because my last name is also Winterpaw.
That's awesome.
I actually didn't even know Julia Winterpaw was a thing. Like when I first came on VRChat, my last name was Winterpaw. Awesome. I was like, this is not a Winterpaw?
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. Yeah. That's literally her name. That's so cool.
So I also take it just by the color of your avatar. Your favorite color is green.
Yes, it is. It is green. It is green. But like, also, I didn't really find a lot of furries at the time had this very like vibrant green color. It was only when I started getting more into the fandom that I started being like the green squad. In the beginning, I couldn't find anyone. Everyone was blue. Everyone was blue and purple and pink when I started. I was like 2015. Yeah.
I'm guilty of that because my first persona was blue.
Yes!
I was a blue and white wolf with green eyes.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome.
Yeah, actually a lot of people don't know about that. That was my original Sona. This is my newer Sona, which I gotta get my avatar commissioned because I don't want to keep using this just basic avatar, but need money. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a whole thing. I mean, I only got into this because people literally set me up for VRChat. They were like, I had like 3 different avatar like textures like made, and they're like, come to VRChat, come to VRChat. And by the time it was done, I was like, I can't not say I have to do VRChat. Everyone works so hard like to get this stuff. So it's crazy. It's crazy how people do that stuff.
So
it's amazing.
So would you consider yourself a VTuber at this point, or not? Or like half and half?
I would not. I would say I'm like a poser VTuber. I'm trying to be. My whole thing is I like VRChat. I've only been in here, by the way, everyone, since March. Like, Rory got me into the end of March, so I'm like super new to all this. But I don't know if I would brand myself as that. I would brand myself as a furry musician that like connects with everyone. And I don't, and my nervousness is like the same way I felt about VR. Because I used to see VRChat, like even a year ago, I used to see VRChat and be like, there's something about I was like kind of distanced from, because I was like, it wasn't something I was a part of, so I couldn't connect with it. And my fear is like, I want to be a VTuber. I totally have the vibe of a VTuber. I totally can.
You really
I'm
do.
trying to be better about being on Twitch. Good. I'm glad. I'm trying to practice. I'm not perfect and I'm sloppy, but I'm getting there. It's a whole craft.
I mean,
like,
I
don't
beg
realize
to
like
differ.
people really work hard on this stuff.
You're pretty funny when you go off on tangents. You're pretty hilarious.
Oh, good.
Especially when you're talking like things
Okay,
that I don't understand. I'm like, does he even know what he's talking about?
Do I even know what I'm talking about? My brain's like that though. My brain just like, wow, my brain just spits out crap. I'm like, is this even my thought? What? It's like people like plug things in my brain, I swear. But I'm really liking I'm trying to get into VTubing and I'm really liking it a lot. But I don't think I'm qualified to be called that yet. Also, I don't want to break away from all the amazing people that I connect with that aren't on here too. Because like I was saying, like I felt distance when I wasn't on VRChat. Now that I get it, I feel so connected. But I feel like there's so many other people too that are like, they see and they enjoy, but they're still part of the fursuit thing. They're still part of the online Discord thing. So I'm trying not to like alienate anyone in my adventure with this, but I'm trying to connect everyone too. As soon as VRChat gets their Mac OS system together, which I'm very curious how that's gonna be. Probably will be a little spicy. I'm gonna start streaming more on my Mac. It's just like with all the stuff I do on my PC, like my PC is awesome, it's like high power, but like I can't like stream shows and stuff too. I need a whole other computer. I don't want to buy another PC. But once that happens, I want to bring everyone into VR and to see all this stuff for real, because then I'll just use my Mac to like stream festivals, like I was doing Enchanted this weekend. Like I could have like streamed that, all the karaoke nights we do and stuff. I was wondering if there was a way I could figure out doing karaoke's where we could bring people in not on VRChat. I gotta think about it. I gotta figure it out.
Yeah,
it's so cool if like it could be like an interactive thing with Discord.
Because you do it at the furry karaoke place, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
exactly. I do it with the Goldie Lounge.
Yeah, I've been there multiple times, and it's very choppy there a lot, even for like, you know, Quest users. It's like, you know, so many people there, people start to lag and then, you know, crash and whatnot. That's mainly why I don't join, because I'm like...
It's the build of the space, too. Yeah, it's weird.
So, now here's
we'll get there, though. We'll get there.
So, here's another question that I actually just thought of. What was your very first song you ever made? Like before you became a furry?
The first song I made was, if you guys know my so I've been writing songs forever, like before Furry. When I found Furry, I was doing music and writing all kinds of songs. My Instinct album, if you guys have heard my Instinct album, a lot of those songs are from UArts. They're actually like songs because I wrote Instinct, because if you guys know, I have Unleashed and the EP, which have Nice as like the nice voice, and then we somehow changed the nice voice, and I just didn't tell anyone and just wanted to like let it slide, because that's not my voice. It is my voice, but I try to do him make his own voice. Also, I wasn't confident in my singing. I went to be a songwriter. I didn't want to sing, and then no one wanted to be a furry, so I ended up being the singer and the performer. I didn't actually want to do this part. I wanted someone else to do this part. I couldn't find anyone who wanted to do it.
Wait, so
so I made a different voice for Nice.
So is that singing that's in like most of your songs, is that not your voice?
It's my voice, but what I do is I put a voice mod on it, so it's just a little higher. It's literally my voice. Like, if I ever have to do live songs, I'll like re-detune it back down, so it's my voice. But I try to make him his own voice with a couple little effects. But then I started getting guest of honor invitations. I started getting asked to perform live, and I was like, oh crap, I didn't think this would get this far. So that's why Instinct and Beast and Doghouse tracks have my voice differently, and now my voice is like this when I perform live, because I ended up having to do like fursuiting singing live and stuff.
Yeah, I saw a video that you made. I saw a video of you actually singing at Anthrocon. Was that the first place that you got a guest of honor of at?
So I haven't been guest of honor at Anthrocon yet, but I performed a crap ton there. The first place I sang was FangCon in Knoxville, Tennessee. I don't know if they're still there. That was my first place. It was either there or FurryCon in Rochester, New York. One of those two. It's either they're in the same group of people, but I was either Rochester or FangCon.
There are so many
and that's why I released Instinct. Yeah, there's so many FurCons, and that's why I released Instinct, because I was like, I need songs right now that I can sing, and I didn't plan on like singing any of Nice's songs live. Like, I sing them live now, Unleashed, but Unleashed I couldn't actually sing back then. They're so high and so hard, but now that I've been doing it for 10 years, I've got them. They're fine now. But back then I was like, there's no way I could actually sing these without like stopping and starting. But yeah, that's why all the voices changed, because I was like, I actually have to do this like for real. I have to actually commit to this now.
Well, whether or not that's your real voice, I think it's very adorable, and I really like your voice.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Hey, one of my friends said
incorporate still with my mannerisms. Yeah, I get that a lot. I am mad.
But that's just what makes it so
like a girl, that's for sure. I do not care. Thank you.
Like, I'll say this. I'll compare your voice is like, it can get annoying over time, but it's something that I just want to listen to for the rest of my life. Like, I'll get annoyed by it, but I'm like, but I can't stop listening to it.
But I can't stop. I'm getting a sugar overdose, but I can't stop eating the Oreos. Just me. Am I the only one with that problem? I love Oreos so much.
I love Oreos too.
I have a 3-pack on its way for same-day delivery from Amazon tomorrow. I was like, I need Oreos, I'm out.
You don't just go to the store and get some Oreos?
No. Well, cause so I work at the lab a lot, and then the second I come home, I have to be in like nice form. I have to do like my nice streaming. I have to write songs. I don't have time. I get everything delivered to me. I don't have time for anything. Like I have time to take out the dogs, and then have to come back up here and then be a dog. So my life is like so congested.
Yeah,
we don't have time to grocery shop.
So, and this is I apologize, is a bit of a personal question, but is this like your job?
No.
Oh, so you have an actual job on the sideline.
So I have an actual job. I'm trying to change that because the demands of NIIC have gotten so freaking crazy. It's like a good problem, but like I don't have time to do anything. Like if you hear from anyone, I have like all these song commissions. I have the Escape album that's like 5 years behind. I'm doing all the live shows and stuff. Like it's getting crazy, Shasta. It's getting crazy, and it's like I'm basically in this crossroads where I'm like, can I just stop with the BS and just accept that like we should just do NIIC live like for full time, call it a day. So I'm working on it right now. So basically all I do is I go to work at the lab, which is why I work in the science industry. I do lab stuff, and then I come home and I'm just a furry all the time. Eventually I'm just gonna be a furry the whole time because I mean there's so much stuff we have to get done.
I mean I'm a furry.
So that's my goal right now. Yeah.
like
honestly, I love this. I didn't understand like you can like really, and there's people who do this full time. I'm like I can do it. I just need to accept. I have to really look at myself in the mirror and be like, do we really want to change the world? Do we really want to put green floof everywhere and unleash people and make everyone be the magical beings they are? Like there's a lot that like helps people with this, and I would like to do more of that and stop looking at myself and what I think I need and look at what everyone needs.
So
we'll see.
We
won't see. It's gonna happen.
If you could collab with anybody, but I think I know the answer to this question already. Who would you be willing to collab with the most?
So I guess it's more like, so I'm collabing with a lot of people right now. There's people that are still, it's not a matter of like my dream collab. It's more like who I haven't gotten a collab with yet. I am pretty confident that I have some people that have hit me up and been like, we're not interested, your vibe doesn't match mine, which is totally cool. I don't really care. I don't believe in vibes. I think music is music, and if it's fun, it's whatever.
Same.
And if you think we're not vibing, you haven't seen our combo yet in a mixing drink. But I mean, there's so many people I still haven't done with. I keep my tracker. It's cause my belly tracker is like there. Stay. Yeah, there's a ton of freaking people. I don't really have a list yet because my list is still pending. But so far I haven't gotten any collab in set with Whispers, Verplex. There's like a bunch of people I'm trying to hit up too. I would love to do one with. Oh my god, I would love to do one with There's a bunch of people. Actually,
yeah, because I know you're a really big fan of
because I love Pepper Coyote and we haven't done one yet. But yeah, Verplex is cool. I would love to go with Verplex. I watched Verplex's live streams a lot where they do their music stuff, and I'm like, I would love to do that. But also too, it's not like I don't feel like it's like I haven't done things with these people yet because there's so many other ones I'm working on right now. I'm like, I'm cool with what I got. I'm so grateful. I've had so many people hit me up and want to do things, and I'm like, I just wish I had more time, Shasta. I wish I had more time, but that's never gonna happen, and it's a good problem to have. Yeah, there's never enough time. But I'm excited. I'm excited for the collabs I do have. It's gonna be freaking wild this year, and next year is gonna be crazy.
So
and me and Johnny K at Nova Slicers have a collab coming out tomorrow. Everywhere. Do What Feels Good. He helped me, and the Nova Slicers helped me reboot that song from Unleashed, and song. It sounds fire. It grew up, Shasta. It grew up. He like played it for me. I was like, dude, it sounds so much better with a band. Like it's cool as it is, but I'm like, dude, it slaps hard with the Nova Slicers, and it's coming out tomorrow. I can't wait for everyone to party with me on it.
I will say I really like the reboot of what I think it's like Tails or something. What is it called? Like Wagon Tails? I'm sorry, I can't.
Yes, yep, Wagon Like Us. I gotcha.
Yeah,
like
that
us,
one.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
I actually listened to the reboot first, and then I found your original. And I actually have to say the reboot is way better than the original. It sounds a lot more catchy, upbeat, and that one.
Good.
I really want to put that on my playlist I have, because I just want to blast at it in my car when I'm just driving down the road.
Done! Awesome. I'll just throw it at you. If you don't have it, I'll just throw it at you. I'll throw it at you on Discord. I really appreciate that. That song is awesome. That's a one of my first. So when I started doing NIIC, I didn't do original songs because I already wrote songs, but I was like, I just want to try. I tested out covers. Like you'll hear a lot of like covers if you ever like creep on NIIC and lurk in the depths. He has a lot of covers from the beginning, and I recommend all like if you want to get into singing and do stuff, start with covers because there's no stress about writing the song. You just focus on doing the thing, and then it's not really your song. So like if you mess up, whatever. Like that was mine. Like some of mine suck because I was just trying to figure it out. I just keep doing it, and so so actually Wagon Like Us is Bucktown Tigers, and he's one of the only like first people musician furries I found out in the fandom. I had my 1 month of like creeping on everyone when I wasn't a furry. I was like lurking and like so like Bucktown Tiger. I was like, oh, he has this cool like Wagon Like Us song, and it's like based on was it Paper Planes from MIA? Is that her name? No one on the corner swagging like us. No, 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 give him my fame. All I want to do is bang, 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 bang. So yeah, and take your money and the cha-ching and all that stuff. So there's like that one bridge part, and he took the bridge part from that song, "Nay, Wagon Like Us," and I heard it. I was like, "That's cool," but I think your instruments could be cooler. I think there could be like more depth into it. So I just tried my own version. I love Bucktown, by the way. I haven't seen him in forever, and Bucktown, if you're out there, I hope you're doing well. I haven't heard from you, but I'm sure you're doing amazing. But I did my own version, and so that is the reboot of my reboot of his reboot of paper airplanes or whatever it's called. So funny. But thank you. I'm gonna send it to you on Discord after this. Because it is. I would love for you to have it.
Since we're talking reboots, and I gotta ask this now, do you have any plans to do a reboot of Paws to the Wall?
Yes, I do. I've been approached by people who want to make it a big thing, and I do. If it was going to be rebooted, it would absolutely be with everyone. We want to work it out. I am so overwhelmed right now with things that I will open it out of the box again. I just need a little bit more time. Thank you. Thank you. This body tracker. I need to stand here. There we go. Like this.
I don't think I'm gonna be body tracker anytime soon.
I'm in a super tiny attic. My music studio is in the attic because we have a house and I don't want like all my crap in the way. My stuff gets really bulky and real fast. So it's like this little triangular room, the worst acoustics you could imagine. The worst area for tracking you can imagine. I have to like stay in the perfect spot. But yes, we are doing I want to do Paws to the Walls. I don't have any official plans yet to do it, but it's in my head and my heart. I'm gonna absolutely do it. I already have like 10 people on board with it. So as soon as I get all this other work out of the way and I get nice full time, I want to really release it with everyone. Because then I want to do a movie and I want to do like everyone singing. It'll be so cool. I want it to be a fandom anthem in itself, and that requires everyone to be, and not just me this time. So I'm very excited about.
Yeah.
Yes, stay tuned for that. It will be happening.
I gotta say that I'd say my top 3 favorite songs from your music is Paws to the Wall, Wagon Like Us, and Thirst. Thirst I really like.
Yes! Thank you so much. I wrote that right after COVID. And I had a huge like dark point in my life where like I broke up with my ex. I had to move out. I got dogs. It was a weird time. I was a bartender for a while. It was a weird time. And then I got back into NIIC and I wrote Thirsties. Actually, it's a song about my fiance right now. It's so funny. I eventually ended up being with Nebulous Dark, but I didn't think it was ever gonna happen. So I like basically like wrote a song about it when we finally started talking again after my like blackout period. And I was like, I'm gonna write a song about him. He's not gonna know about it, and now we're like engaged, which is so freaking funny. But yeah, it's about Nebs.
That was the guy that
and I just released that like randomly.
That was the guy that was on your YouTube short, right? The one who proposed to you on stage.
Yes, it's him. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say when I saw that, my heart melted.
Yeah.
My heart melted. That was so cute.
Oh, thank you. Shasta, I had no idea it was gonna happen. I was stuck in the Anthrocon line for 2 hours, and that was my collab with Esso Tiger with Pedestal. That was his concert. So hi dog, there's a dog here. It was his concert, so I was late to his concert, and so I sung Pedestal with them, and then afterwards Nebula Star came on stage, and like Nebulous does not sing. He doesn't perform. He doesn't do this stuff. He's like the artistic. He does all the gardening and the and all the flowers and the things, and he makes the soaps, and he does all his like creative backstage, behind the scenes amazing creations. He doesn't actually come out in the limelight. So he was up on stage, and I was like, what is he? And then it ended up being the John Legend song, and I was like, is he singing John Legend? Okay, all right, maybe him and Esso worked out something like a duet. I don't know. It was weird. Yeah, and then he started like proposing things, and I was like, "This is a proposal." Oh shit!
Yeah, because when I saw you starting to take off your hand paws in your head, I knew that like, your heart melted too. I could easily tell like, you were like, "Oh my god, this is really happening."
I couldn't believe it. Yeah, I couldn't. I was in such nice mode. I was like, oh my god, I don't think I should be nice right now. I think I have to be Kyle right now. It was awesome. It was amazing. Yes, hi doggy. Hi doggy, yes.
Hello,
your breath is so bad. Your breath is so bad. Yeah, this is my L count. He's so big. Look how big he is. Just a big baby. Oh, so big. I have to stop feeding him. I'm just going right there. Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
So yes! I think I'm gonna wrap it there, but I want to thank you so much for being my first guest, and I was very nervous about this because, like, I'm a big fan of yours, and I was worried about saying something stupid, like, I can't even think of anything that's so stupid to say now.
See? Because it was meant to be. It was meant to be a perfect interview.
But I want to thank you again, Nice, and again, keep doing what you're doing. It's amazing. I'm really looking forward to your next album.
I plan on
that's
it.
Gonna come out. Because I'm gonna be first in line
soon. It's coming soon, guys.
Nobody go in line. Nobody go in line. I'm first in line. Me first. Mine. All mine.
Yes. Yes.
But I hope everybody enjoyed this interview. Again, thank you, Nice, for joining me. And I will see you guys on the next video.
Yes.
See everybody.